Nick, you want to know what your entire journey so far? What do you mean?
You know what? I can't share it.
Brendan, why are you talking to me? It's never a good sign when you're talking to me during D&D.
All right. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Hold on.
Oh.
All right, we are live on 2 platforms right now.
Holy shit.
Oh, really? Wow. Hello, viewers. You guys
Sure,
want
Marco.
to know
Marco's
about
not
the
a part
latest
of
news at
this.
Sesame Street? Ah!
I've completely muted Marco.
Can't believe we're-
plugin that completely mutes Marco.
Can't
Can you,
believe
like,
Juno opposing 2 platforms.
Can you cut me off while I'm mid-screen?
No.
Ah!
Here, do it again.
Ah!
There you go.
Ah, perfect.
There you go.
Yay.
Yay.
I was gonna say the whole thing with the Studio Ghibli and Sesame Street. Those been nuts, but let's I probably don't want to say that on
let's
stream.
let's D&D instead.
No.
Yeah, let's D&D. Let's D&D, guys. D&D.
All right. We're live on 2 platforms. Just want to make sure. I want to make sure everything's going good. Okay.
Oh, shitballs.
You're adjusting the mute.
It's so weird, like watching the stream on 2 different platforms. I can now comment on both platforms. Hold on.
It's working on both though, right?
Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah.
Music sounds good.
Oh my god, is that what I sound like? Jesus Christ.
Music sounds nice and leveled. Okay. Yeah, no, seems to be working just fine.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Mods.
No. we don't have this.
Yeah. Oh, we can be the mods.
I just don't know if live streams like automatically download on YouTube or stay, or if they're
Pretty
like...
sure they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they should.
Okay.
Oh, I just got a notification for some stupid stream.
What's the profile? I bet that it sounds dumb.
Let's dox them. Anyway.
Looks like this guy's streaming from 22491 DeBerry Street.
Are you ready?
Oh my god. You just doxed some random dude.
I think we were both going for our actual addresses.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Arterock? Cool. Finley, are you ready?
Yes.
Soldo?
Is Soldo what?
All right. Just like so, Sue's over here. So, like Soldo's like, what? And just going, it's like, what the fuck? Soldo, are you ready?
Yes. Now we can be twice as inefficient with 2 streams.
Sue, are you ready? No. Last time on the Aces, you guys traveled to Gambler's Island, Gambler's National. You traveled from the Breezing Mountains to Shest. Nothing major really happened except Finley's birthday that kind of only Finley celebrated alone in their room.
Oh, yay.
Lucy had brought you snacks, so that was nice. Other than that, I don't think anything major happened between then. But you guys went to Shest, a wonderful island, just full of wonderful things. You arrived to an empty island that had stairs by the port. As you came... I forgot it was here!
my God, yes,
the
couch.
egg couch.
The couch.
Oh man,
No.
this couch is gonna be like a signifier of like we needed to talk. It just puts this up.
We need to talk. I'm
It
gonna
w-
save this in a folder.
Characters being like,
It would've been
"Didn't
so
we sit
funny-
on this couch that one time."
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It
buy.
would be
this
so funny
couch.
if someone was just sitting in the middle just to assert dominance, or like on this little table.
Well, that's what Finley wanted to do.
Yeah, well, Finley was sitting right here, staring.
That-
Like
and
just
then
spin around,
And then
just
Adeline
spinning
said
around
sit
talking to
normal.
someone.
You guys
Finley's
basically
head for that moment, they were like, "Yeah, I was chill and I was cool." In reality,
Finley crying.
Flashbacks, just rage crying like that one Squidward picture.
You guys played games. Finley, you won a prize. Some of you guys also won prizes. Although you made money betting on Arterock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arterock and Finley lost money betting on you.
Ooh.
You guys experienced someone almost dying in the pit when Baron and Owain fought. Baron almost killed Owain just to prove a point. You don't know why he wanted to prove a point.
It's just a point needed to be proven.
Mhm.
So you don't know. So that happened to Owain. You don't know how he feels. He feels pretty okay.
The Baron must bear his fists.
From what you saw when he punched the Baron, his weapons exploded.
Mm.
Or shall I say they were dismantled.
Oh, we need magic weapon.
While you were all heading back, Holiday had mentioned that they saw a VIP area, and they noticed just a bunch of people walking in it. One being this woman with the weird tattoo and a man with orange hair, signifying that she was like, "Yeah, it seems like anyone can walk in." I saw these like 3 randos walk in there. They were not 3 randos. You walked in. You met Felix Gatsby. You got his autograph. And you know, you guys just sat down, had a nice chat.
Finley said hi.
Finley said a lot.
This
You
is
guys,
what happens when Finley says hi.
you guys immediately learned that Marigold has no idea who any of you are. Neither does Jackal. They are also now known as Jackal Brown and Marigold Brown.
Wrong.
And Edgar seems to be acting like he doesn't know you, Finley. And his daughter Harper has died recently.
Well, he's sort of right.
You could say that.
Finley kicks Arter up.
Yeah. That was my nuts.
My bones. Then one of you decided to make the ultimate fucking gamble. Like,
The ultimate power move.
Which one was that? Who made this decision?
To fully clarify, Saldo, you decided that you wanted to make a game with a man that runs an entire island casino and the pirate pillar. The game of which you decided to bring a little girl into. The contract itself, Nick laughed at me like, "What have I done?"
No, that's not laughing. That's crying.
Look, man. I just want to tell you all something. On my character sheet, under flaws, all right.
This contract.
Under character sheet, under flaws, it says the wisest choice is not always the smartest. I like to feel like I'm pretty. I'm pretty living up to that.
Are you
Yeah.
asking us or telling us?
I'm just letting you guys know. That's what I
I'm
put
just-
on my.
Oh, so you're warning us. Okay.
I'm Fred, go. God, keep talking.
Well, basically, to shorten the entirety of the recap, this contract states the parties of the Full House, Pirate Pillars, and the Country of Gold will set out on a competition for Gabriel Brown. To win, you must keep the girl safe in your care for a month. If the girl leaves the party for more than 24 hours, time resets. If she is captured by another team for 24 hours, the time resets. And so on. The team then will start their time. All parties must keep their wagers in good condition or be forfeited from this competition. Then we have the prize that everyone will be getting. The Full House crew will be getting Marigold Brown, Jackal Brown, and Fortune Swindler. The Pirate Pillars, yes, will get Adeline, the Contract of Greed, info on a demon embodying the past, and the Country of Gold will get the Swindler line and assets, and a compass to the tower in a still sea. So we last left off.
Is there, now that a week has passed,
as everybody was signing the contract.
Now that a week has passed, I ask, is there anything we might have forgotten to
You guys are
include
signing
here?
the contract right now.
Yeah. Is this like? Do you mean that it's like it's too late to add anything, or is that like if there is
Unless
anything,
you want to be like, wait, before I sign
let's
this.
stipulate something. You're like, let's like. I just wanted to make sure there's no like.
Wait.
I'm not saying like, oh, let's wager something else. I was thinking more so along the lines of like, let's make a stipulation or let's make clear, like, line this out, right?
That music timing was not fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like we're literally gambling with everything, and the music's like, "Ring!" And here comes the first challenger.
Well, you
Oh
see,
my god, we're gonna die.
Well, you see, here's what's kind of like the ingenious thing about it is that everything's on 2-to-1 odds. If you win, you get twice what you normally would have lost. Because if we lose, if one person wins, we just lose one of what we were putting up, which was either the Swindler line versus Adeline and the Greed contract, right?
Mm-hmm. There's one winner in all of this.
Yeah. So you lose half. You can win twice as many things, or you lose only half as many, and we can go from there if need be. But guys, what's the chance that we'll lose? Like, come on. You know what? Never mind. I don't like. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I
You're
don't like the
jinxing
fact
us.
that I didn't like it as it was coming out of my mouth.
I
did you
really enjoyed that
say
you said
that?
that. Your dice are listening to you.
Oh,
You're
No, I
jinxing
have them
us,
put
Nick.
away.
You,
I have them.
Nick,
No, wait. I rolled digitally. No, they heard me through the microphone.
Nick, you literally said, "What could possibly go
What
wrong?"
could possibly go wrong, guys?
Genuinely. I hate you with passion.
All right.
After this
Well,
session, it's me and you behind the Jack in the Box, alright? It's not in a fun way.
Ayo, promise. Oh, Ayo. I got real excited if I had a tail and wag.
all right. Well,
Jack in the Box sounds kind of good right now. I like.
I
that
think.
link.
Yeah, I think I can't think of anything else.
well then.
Oh, actually, wait. One last thing. What it was remember
What?
on the. It's the matter of collection, right? It's the matter of collecting the transaction after the wager is over.
Oh, right.
And I'm open to suggestions here. Because-
they've already stated they have no way of teleporting anything to you instantly, so I figured you would just come pick up your reward.
Come back.
After all, you do have a ship.
This music's really loud.
All right, I have it turned down on my my end.
Yeah, I know. I'm turning it down here. I just want to ensure that should a wager be met, nothing would impede a transaction.
I believe the only thing that would impede a transaction is the inability to get it, such as you have no way of collecting, or we have no way of getting to you, or the possibility that one of us is dead.
We look over at Edgar and he's doing the classic evil Grinch face.
I can
don't
totally
like that. I don't like the image of that. Then I've only got one final question, which could probably be explained through how is this contract binded? How do we ensure that the
Magic.
time is kept, that the time is properly kept, and a winner is decided definitely?
Like that sound. Or that.
You would see Edgar look at Finley and say, "Why not just use Oban? I'm sure his magic should be able to."
Hold on, I also think I need to turn the music down because I couldn't
fair
hear
enough.
Brendan over the.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, do you know them, Edgar Brown? I'm sorry, excuse me?
He said Oban.
I know, I'm just rolling.
And that was in reference to what?
How
Saldo
do
is
we make sure that the magic... I just wanted to make sure, how do we know when someone has the girl, how long it's truly been? I just want to make sure that the parameter, how the parameters are being kept.
never mind.
in
Then you would
addition
not
to-
say that then.
Oh, no,
you-
as well as how do we make sure that it was what I had said earlier. I don't want to have a brain fart. Tell me what you were thinking.
I like how to keep everyone accountable, but Magic can just do all of that, keep track of stuff. So he would just say Magic, a magical contract. That's how it works.
Pretty much.
Magic.
But the accountability thing was also true. I wanted to ensure that as well. So the Oban thing is pertinent.
Well, we could just use the sin of greed. Maybe a droplet of his blood. Quite powerful, I imagine.
Finley wouldn't say anything because he doesn't have a lot of blood. You would need them to know that.
He's dehydrated.
Or, of course, we could write up the contract with the metal, with the metal that he is seeming to be a part of. You would see Adeline look at him with a look of, how do you know that?
Where's Arterock? Finley, get off Arterock.
He's right there.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Right here.
On
And
my
he's not there
screen,
anymore.
on my screen, he's still there.
Refresh.
Okay, I'm refreshed.
What? So on your screen, Finley's just sitting on my shoulders, asserting dominance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. Look, it's what I see with my special eyes. Okay.
But, yeah, no. I don't know if any of you heard me, but,
Yeah.
He makes that
how does he know
suggestion.
that? How the hell does he know that? He knows Finley. He knows Oban's in the arm.
I thought he knew.
he never made mention of such, as well as,
I just
He has
also felt like
specific-
it was partly obvious because or I guess they wouldn't tell him what had happened. But he's also I don't know. I kind of just assumed that he knew because he's a smart magic man.
You know that Adeline seems surprised at the very least.
Does
It's also
I just
in the
remember
house where it happened.
the room?
Not gonna lie, I kind of love that phrasing.
To be fair,
It's a magic man.
your arm did not look like the greed arm until much later
Oh, That's
afterwards.
true. Because we made the
What?
deal and then it looked like that.
Then it changed.
It wasn't until Neutronomicon attacked on the train.
God, this story's long.
Yeah, dude, I was like, that was
Mm.
so long ago.
I was
Like,
a
if
different
this was-
person.
What do you
Yeah.
mean you were
Like if
I think
this was a book series, like we would be on book 5
No,
or like at
I
least
feel like we'd be
8.
on like book 3.
all right. I think it's up to Oban if we could use magic to just like enforce to handle the minutia, like the small details, but I'd say it's up to Oban if he would lend his magic in order to ensure a binding enforcement.
What do you say, Oban? I'm sure you can speak, can you not?
Hold on.
Middle finger.
You would see a middle finger pop up, Finley.
Finley would not pull it down. Finley would look shocked at first, but then kind of just like chuckle.
A sin gray devil. How interesting.
Felix doesn't. Felix
God
didn't.
damn it.
Yes, actually. To my knowledge, young Finley here is an acquirance of one. Interesting. I've always wanted to meet greed embodied. You would see Edgar Brown does give you just a side eye, Finley.
A giant lion side eye.
If it's for accountability, I'll do it. The arm speaks as well.
Wait, so is it
The hand puppet mode.
Yeah, at this point it has to be because it's too funny. Well
I
then.
can summon him, but that's, I feel like if I did, both
There's
of our
gonna-
anger
look,
combined.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you can't control your anger, do you think Oban's gonna control his anger?
For everyone's safety, it's best he stays.
Hmm.
And I'm not just saying that because I made the wage. Because I proposed it.
Do you think Oban turns to Saldo first? You're first. Why am I first?
You were all
Captain.
for it. You were all for it. You were like, okay.
Yeah, Gatsby walks over to you, Finley, and he would actually like kneel to you and go, "No, we're gonna go through this together, so there's no trickery afoot from my end or yours. Just repeat after me and write what I say." As he takes out this paper from his mane, and he kind of unfurls it, and he has you like write with your finger. As you write with your metal finger, you see this just dark red flame following after your finger as it like engraves onto the paper.
You see,
The most menacing handwriting.
This honestly is working out in like the best way it could, because we don't know Felix Gatsby. Like he doesn't, to at least to our knowledge, he doesn't have like a personal stake in this. He's just like, oh, I'm down to gamble, yeah, sure. So he's like another player in this, but he's like way more like close to follow the rules. He's like, I'm here to play a game and I'm here to have it fun. Like we sure as hell, Edgar Brown's not touching this paper.
Yeah, well, low key, the way Felix said, "Oh my God, you have the sin of greed in my casino. That's very interesting." That really rubbed me the wrong way.
Well,
So,
last time when Finley was trying to leave, Oban held Finley back, being like, "You need to stay because
Yeah.
I feel my power almost being drawn to somebody else in that seat."
Cool song coming on.
You
As-
got a friend.
As you start writing Finley, all of you feel something.
Mhm.
Something welling up in your minds.
I thought you were gonna say stomach.
As you continue to write and as Gatsby continues to speak, Soto, you would probably be the first to notice it. Something is engraving into you. Not your body, not your mind, but your soul.
Mhm.
As you feel these words of this contract almost become a part of your soul.
That's definitely not menacing.
Finley, you would probably feel something else as well. It almost feels like, since Oban is part of you, because he has nowhere else to go, he has no body, you would feel the power of greed extending from yourself to everyone on this couch, as well as having just little glimpses of all your friends around this entire casino, just kind of like perking up and being like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh no.
So Finley,
Everyone on the boat is like.
Just
Everyone
wait
on the
until he
boat
has
is
to
like.
explain this to everyone.
so Finley is feeling kind of greedy right now.
You would also see
Oh god.
of individuals sitting in this dark room around this table with like a throne at the head of it. As all of them perk up, you can't really see them as they're almost encompassed in like magical shadow, but you see as they go, what has Edgar done now?
Oh, it's his crew. Damn it.
Killers.
I'm sure he'll let us know in a second. I will be on my way then. Make sure to pick him up, all right? And no pit stops. As you would flash somewhere else within this almost golden room and pool, you see someone you guys have not seen since Curry and on a wanted poster.
Hmm?
You see the gambler sitting in a hot tub. As he perks up, he goes, "Oh, so I just got my first job then. Whatever you say, Gatsby." As the last thing you all see is this little girl
Oh.
walking alone in a deep, deep forest. As she just holds this really gross looking food. And just starts running for it. As you all flash back, as you all see, you did not sign, but your names are on this contract. Everyone's name.
Wait a minute. When you mean everyone, do we see names of
Your whole crew is on it.
Uh-huh.
You see people that you assume associated with Gatsby.
Uh-huh.
as well as if you want to take a very clear look, I can tell you all the names that are associated with Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
I see more fucking pirate pillars.
Allow me to tell you all the pirate pillars' names.
Oh,
Every single pillar.
It is written on it, the pirate pillars. There's an S in it.
Just the pirate pillars? Oh my god.
There's Edgar Brown.
hold on, wait. I'm pulling out. I'm pulling
Solo,
out
you
my
said-
notebook.
So you said it's against the king of pirating.
I put an S in there. None of you caught it.
Hold on. Gambling.
Gambling. Let's go gambling.
Is this all I ever hear?
So
Isle
we're
of
gonna
what?
think about this when we think about how we chose him for captain, right?
Shut up. Don't do that.
He just signed
Uh,
all of us away without talking to any of us.
No, I did not
Ah,
sign all of us away. I did not sign all
You
of us
si-
away. I have simply
You
made us
signed us
accountable.
to. You signed us to slavery.
No.
Look, we were all a crew before. This just proves that
We're a crew
we are.
forever now.
Yeah, we're a crew forever. If anything, this is like a friendship bracelet on your soul.
Ah, yes, the
um,
soul
the
ship
only-
bracelet.
Max, Finley, the only people that are being bargained with are Adeline and Oban. And
the rest of
also
my family.
Presentia. Yeah, I'm not.
And the
Finley, I'm not
swindlers?
gambling. Finley, I'm not gambling with you. I'm gambling with your family. In order to get your family, he was on the. He agreed. I pointed at Oban's hand. He wanted
Does
to.
a switch? Does a
You see
Thoy
it-
point?
You see as Oban smacks you in the back of the head. But
know
I will
I'm
tell you
gambling.
all the names on Edgar Brown's side.
Yeah. Okay. The pirate pill. Hold on. Let me just make a whole new tab. The pirate pillars.
First off, you would see Edgar Brown. Under him is Marigold Brown, Jackal Brown. Under Jackal, you would see
But have they legally changed their names?
the Huntsman, which seems to be almost like dashed off next to Jackal, which you guys have heard apparently from Drakemeyer. They mentioned that Jackal had people working on him called the Huntsman that were helping search for Gabriel there. Next, you would see bigger names that are not associated with Edgar. Craven Kelpwalker.
Craven. No.
Craven. Can't wait to see his movie.
Craven Kelpwalker.
Zanza D. Tiamat. You would see Oban look at that and say, "She's alive." Dr. Abyss.
Okay.
Sir Enrico White.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You have heard of Sir Enrico White before.
I know.
If does anyone else need a reminder?
Maybe?
Who's Sir Enrico White, Brendan?
You can act all like that, but they may not remember.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that like admonishingly. I'm
Sir
just
Enrico
prompting-
White is the #1 bounty hunter in the world.
Oh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Cool. Cool, Saldo.
Just like you
That's
sent
really
us with
cool.
the kings of everything.
This isn't just me here. You guys
Really,
agreed to
really
this.
Cool, Saldo.
I gotta go
Really
to the
cool.
bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'm going to depressingly eat my hot wing.
I'm listening still.
All right. Well, that is everybody. That is everybody that is associated into this. The Pirate Pillars, the Golden Country, which is like Felix, Tessus, Hold'em, Jackpot, Pokir, and now, from what you understand, the Gambler.
You know,
As well as Fortune Swindler. So he is in this game as well. Your whole crew is in it, and then you have the Pirate Pillars and anyone associated with them. Nick, if you can still hear me, he's muted. If you can still hear me, there would be technically more names under Sir Enrico White. If you want them. Yeah.
Like the way I say it, does like the contract get longer? Like with when the names start getting added on, because the way I say it, like here's Felix's name, just as like a small handful. Our crew right next to it a little bit bigger, and under Edgar's line is just name after name after name until the contract is like 10 feet long. So he has an whole army behind him.
Fucking cat. No, I know who exactly is associated. If you want, I can say them now, or if you want me to wait for you.
I think like the way it's. What I want is like to see it like written down somewhere, just to really feel the gravity.
Give me a mo. All right.
Give me a mo.
Give me a mo. How you guys feeling?
Mo.
I'm hungry.
Right. I'll give you my hot wings.
All right, put them in chat. Heard.
Yeah,
I will put names
like
in chat.
As Arok is looking at the names, he's looking at Felix's names. He's like, "Yeah, that's to be understandable. Our names, yeah, we're looking good." Seeing Edgar's keeps going down, like, "Oh no!" Like at first, Arok is like feeling pretty confident if it's just the people and like in this couch along with like 3 or 4 others. But now now the name keeps getting longer, he's slowly losing confidence. But he's pulling up a feint. Like, still looks confident, but like he's slowly getting scared, and slowly turning towards Saldo.
I love this game.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm sure Saldo loves this game, right, Saldo? Yeah, he agrees.
He's somewhere.
Staldo, physically say nothing if you agree that this is all your fault. Cool, I'm
He
so
agrees.
glad. I'm so glad that you agree it's all your fault.
You know what's funny is that like what's funny is like I was watching him like waiting for him to unmute, but like he unmuted for like a second until we interrupted him, so he just muted himself back in.
Not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for Saldo much longer. I wrote everything down so that way I can just put it in chat and he's listening anyway. The other names under Sir Enrico White is Lady Carmen White, Sir Antonio Garcia, Sir Romeo Romero, Sir Miguel Ortega, and Lady Martina Lopez.
Damn, they're all very Spanish.
And this is Edgar's corner.
Mm.
Don't move. I saw the top thing get moved.
Yeah, sorry, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Talked enough clearly.
I've talked enough clearly.
The will of D.
Alright.
No Lofty!
Yeah, yeah. But yes, you see, as you have all signed the contract, all of you have signed the contract.
Mm.
Everything is set. As you see, Felix takes this contract. It rolls up into his hand as he does something with his hands. As he makes a copy of this and hands each of you, Saldo, you get one, Edgar gets one, and he gets one, and says, "Now we all have a copy of this to make sure we know the rules. After all, what's the fun of gambling if you don't know the rules?"
Gambling, is that all you ever say?
Gambling.
Cool, man. Thanks, Nick.
Cool, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. Well, now that that's all settled, Caesar sits back down, and he goes, "Can we get some drinks over here?"
I'll lose my shit.
Yay!
What? Want to buy you all a drink? I always treat my. Why is there a dog outside? Shut that dog up!
Is
I
one of
swear-
our crew like seeing a
I swear.
contract?
I swear. Everyone tries to bring a pet in at one point.
The way he says that, it
He
sounds
acts
like he
overly like a
includes.
cat, and he goes like,
I gotta put my cat up to the mic.
But you see as a bunch of jackpots bring over drinks as you guys would just would you guys share drinks, or would you get up and leave immediately? As you would see. Oh,
Sorry, no, you know what? You guys go.
I gotta say this is.
They're offering drinks. Finley will take one.
I might as well take one too.
You guys
Although
say that.
Finley hears Saldo whisper to them and takes another drink.
Finley just starts taking everyone's drinks.
I sort of like pat my legs and I say, you know, best not to mix business with pleasure. In fact, I think
but that's the whole point of business.
I've got a conversation I need to have. But in any case,
Yeah,
it
with
was
your entire
wonderful.
crew.
Finley, we have to explain. You were sitting here. You were
Finley,
complicit.
Finley looks confused and is like, "Who are you talking to?" Turns and looks behind them and like points behind them.
You made me think I was. You made me think I was talking to like. You made me say I was like saying Max or something. We should probably go.
Well, if you must go, at least let me thank you. I have not had this much fun making a gamble in years. I mean, it's crazy making two massive gambles in one day.
I mean, I can't believe it. Like, oh my god, only insane man would do something like that.
I have no idea who you are, but man, you're crazy. He says two.
Yes.
Is he saying not just besides us, but something else, or is he referring to the fact that he made one gamble per each of us?
He's talking about this and something else, it seems. He's like, it's crazy that I got two massive, like, gambles in one day.
Oh, you'd think that as the owner of a casino, you'd have many more. What's the second one that has you so surprised?
Oh, well, I actually have somebody that came here earlier today. He's competing in the gambling right now, actually. Here, you see as he turns your attention over to this screen, as you see standing there somebody in a very nice coat and top hat. As he goes, yes, that Mr. Loki over there came and decided to go for our greatest competition.
Huh?
What?
Although I blame everything on this day on you.
He muted. He muted. He decided to take the
You don't
gamble,
say.
and honestly, with his ambition, I think I might finally actually get to fight somebody in the crafts ring.
He's gonna kill. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. Loki's gonna kill him. Felix.
All for a very simple price as well, but I don't feel like I should divulge that.
Brett, is this Loki? maybe it's some other guy who. Maybe it's a different guy.
It doesn't look at all like Loki. It's just a guy in a really nice overcoat and a top hat. But you do know that Loki now is the sin of envy.
What?
And envy was able to change her appearance.
Yeah.
So make of what you will. But you also know another person named Loki in the world. So it could just be a very popular name.
I'm sure it is.
But currently, it seems Loki is in the dancing competition. Dancing with this person with like long black hair, Technicolor eyes.
What? How deerish does she look?
How much like a deer does she look?
Technicolor eyes, you say?
Yes.
Bing bing. I believe.
They almost kind of look like your eyes, Saul, though.
No, no, I'm becoming what I hate. I am.
A deer.
You're becoming the thing you swore to destroy.
I've become the. This is so stupid. We just gotta get out of here. You know what? No, we can't. We just have to leave because there's too much going on.
I have an idea. Let's leave.
Leave.
But if you wish to leave, front door is right on the other side of the city.
The other side of the city, he says.
Tell you what. Does he have a coaster? Is there like a coaster around here? I'll take that coaster with a Finley's drink, and I say, pardon us, we've got places to be.
This coaster is one big gold coin.
It's not even like. It's not even.
It's actually worth 3 gold.
Does he not care that I'm taking it either?
No.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
Why are you stealing a coaster?
For reasons later, okay? As it stands now, though, we should, unless you guys want to stick around with the head of the Pirate Pillars, I point to Edgar Brown, Felix Gatsby, owner of the casino, and Loki. Any ideas?
No,
Well, I'm
you're super good. I think we're good to go. I think we should go. I think we should indeed actually inform everyone else about what's going on.
And just book it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that technically just only lost money here. Hold on, let me check.
Oh yeah, you
You
Yeah, my
lost,
jo-
you lost 10 gold.
That's 10 gold on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm the only one
lost
that.
20.
Yeah, but I made some money, which is great. Maybe that's why I.
Oh, good
gambled.
for you.
Maybe that's why I made this gamble. Well, I'm on a hot streak, guys. Don't worry. I'm never
You're on a
going to
hot
gamble.
streak, alright.
I'm never going to gamble.
Oh
again
yeah,
after
yeah, yeah.
that.
So you guys begin to leave?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, the couch. Now I why do I feel naked?
You guys begin to go. You would see Fortune just look at. No, Holiday would look at Fortune and just suck it up and walk away.
You know, we were sitting on opposite sides of the couch, so I would take this time to like talk to Fortune. I'd say not Fortune, Holiday, and I'd say we're holding up that end of the deal that we had. I promise you that.
I imagine that's why you made such a stupid choice, but I'm willing to gamble my entire family fortune if it means getting him back and my family together.
Fortune for a fortune. Hmm?
Oh, you don't know how much I got.
Are you being smart with me right now?
You walk away. Finley, you see as your hand, still in puppet mode, kind of like rests on your shoulder, still looking behind you.
Just watching.
As
Just like
you just
walking
hear
away
just
like this.
quietly in your head, Marigold.
I can't take that seriously when I got happy music in my ears.
Yeah.
But you guys
Finley
begin
Finley
leaving.
would whisper or like think to him like, "We'll get her back. Get both of them back."
It's a good thing we're leaving.
It's a good thing I didn't let you out.
Yeah,
I think you and me would have killed him.
because there's two people I want to kill on this island now. You see as the hand looks up at the screen where Loki is.
You didn't count me. Great.
3.
No, he was cool with it. He was cool with it.
I know, he was cool
wanted
with
to
it.
put his life
He's
on the
not
line.
mad at you. I think this is funny.
I know. I'm laughing along with it. As
1,
well.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You guys have more people than Edgar.
That's comforting.
Are they more powerful than everyone Edgar knows? Who knows?
Yeah, but does he have a
Friendship?
Yeah, does he have friendship? I don't think so.
Eventually, you guys would reach some of your friends hanging out, and you would. But before you reach there, you would see Lapis grab you by your cape, Saldo, and she has that like mom look with her hand on her hips. It's like, you know, I said nothing during that.
Let me have it.
But I can't. As much as that was a stupid decision, I had to follow the captain's word. However, as technically your auntie, she kicks you in the shin. What is wrong with you?
She's my aunt. It's not.
Do,
Go on, what are?
do we just cut to the ship where like everyone is in line kicking him in the shin?
it's that scene from Airplane.
No, it's that scene from JoJo. It's just bam, 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 bam.
Oh man.
You just made a massive gamble. The only reason I'm not more mad at you is that your crew, the crew that is actually up for gambling, is okay with this.
I know. And I'm not... Make no mistake. I'm not coming out of this proud for having done this. But based on the situation, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice.
She would have her hands on her hips and say, well, if that's your answer, I better get to my other point of contention. She hugs you and says, I am so proud of you for making such a big decision.
Aww.
That was true captaining.
And here I was expecting her to say something like, roll that. Are you making a joke? What is wrong with you again?
I hug her back. And I say, I appreciate it. Also, ow.
Well, you deserved that first one.
Oh, no,
But I didn't say anything because I wanted you to make your decision, Captain. I'm your helmswoman. And if your first mate, your commander, and everybody who you gambled on the line is with you, then so am I.
Are
My
we
helmswoman
all
and my
there
armor.
right now, or is it just?
This is as you guys are walking. You basically heard Salda go, ow! And, like, you saw just Lapis ripping into him and then hug him.
My
If
As-
Finley heard the tail end of that, then Finley would also chime in and say, "We're with you in this, Saldo. That's what a team is for. That's what our crew is for."
Yeah.
They're about to see what happens when they play a game and we win a full house.
Oh man,
yeah,
dude.
I was gonna make a
Hell
joke. I was
yeah.
gonna be like, they're gonna see the ace up our sleeve.
Yay.
yeah, and yet when I say it, it's just-
Well, because when somebody unexpected says it, it's funny, but we expect you to say it now.
I know, but you shouldn't expect Salda to say it. You should expect Nicholas to say it.
Saldo is Nicholas.
Aw.
Haven't we all determined already that these three characters are just us?
I
Yeah.
do the Arnold Schwarzenegger like grasp with Finley, and I say I appreciate it. And as I walk
like
as I
the,
continue
um,
walking,
The muscle.
yeah,
The wrist
yeah.
The
and
muscle
wrist?
one.
yeah.
Wait,
Um,
muscle one?
Like when-
the other one where they do the manly clap.
Okay,
And
okay,
the-
You
it is
son
the
of a
one I'm
bee.
saying. I don't know why the muscle one sounds like you clasp each other's biceps, but that sounds really close, and that's really gay.
Oh.
As I begin to make my way over, I'm just mumbling like, my helmswoman and my aunt kicks me, and she loves me. My girlfriend blasted me out of a clock tower. What the hell's going on with my life? This is what love is.
Finley.
Oh, what love is.
Finley, as you and Adeline are walking together, you would feel her hand hold yours. As you look at her, she is fighting the urge not to cry right now.
Finley would. What?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, Saldo,
I'm s-
that's funny to you?
Shut the hell up. No, I saw this, and it's basically Saldo.
The eyes, the random blue eyes.
The middle finger. Like,
That's
Oban.
That's Oban.
yeah, that's Oban.
yeah.
I think everyone on your crew has at least one of these weapons.
It's the fact he's so short. It's the eyes. It's clearly the person who drew the eye guy before, but this is amazing. I'm sorry, Adeline's crying.
It's
No, because she's a strong woman.
Yeah.
Finley would squeeze her hand though and whisper that sometimes it's okay to cry. Because they're probably like crying right now. Let's be so for real.
She didn't even remember me. I'm just so angry. Okay, that's it. I want out of this place with this shitty ass music. I'm leaving.
Finley would be like, all right, and then they just like hand in hand dip out of the fucking. We're just dipping it to the boat.
To the boat. Yeah, I think all of you are leaving at this point. You guys pick up your friends along the way. You would see Himakami go, come back from like the dancing area and go, man,
Who touched my soul?
that man and woman are incredible at dancing.
Oh, context.
What man and woman?
Did you not see? Oh, did you not see them on the crystal things?
We were a little busy.
Oh, it was black-haired woman. She had eyes kind of like yours now. The man.
Yeah. She's talking about Loki. Oh man.
They won the whole competition, or the whole
really?
gamble, I should say.
Guys,
Oh, are we leaving?
we gotta. Nicholas inside me is like, it's Loki. But Saldo's like, we gotta go.
Fair. You would see, you kind of gather everyone up. Stark and Spike are standing at the entrance. You don't know if they're talking or not, because Stark has no mouth, and Spike's hat usually is covering his face when he's looking down. But the whole group starts coming as Stark is like, oh, did everyone have fun? You all look like you had a lot of fun. We're heading to the ship now, right, Captain?
We gotta go.
Kima is like, how did you know where? No, I just think we should head to the ship.
He knows.
If anyone's gonna know.
If anyone would know, it'd be Ozzy.
You guys.
I feel like you
head
just had to do a full sit-down conversation with everyone, saying like, "Here's the new change. This is big. I made this decision." Yeah, and now
what do you have-
again, you have to sit
what
there
do you
and tell everyone, "Hey,
What are you
we
talking
made
about?
this
I'm gonna.
decision."
No. What are you talking about? I'm simply going to blah, and then we're going to all be ready to go and move forward.
Yeah, we're gonna have
you
you
guys-
roll for inspiration.
You guys head back to the ship. You cast your spells to water walk and such.
Yeah.
As you get back, Mr. Rabbit, Wheat, and who else was the Doe? They're all like standing there, like you hear them as you get them. It's like, what was that? It's like they're all just like, what was that? What just happened? And they see you all coming back, and you see Mr. Rabbit go, yeah, we have an issue.
I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
in a place
yeah.
I didn't know I had.
Which is
So-
weird since I'm literally a robot.
All
Man, that's
three
right.
of
There
us
were,
had a vision.
yeah, like did we joke that like they were like as we were gambling, those three were like crashing into every single boat and like in this
Trying
water
to park.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Trying to parallel park the SpongeBob. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
we gotta get ready to go. Hoist sail. We're shoving off right now.
Where are we heading to next? Or do we just want to head out into the sea?
First stop away from this island.
First stop away? Well, if we want to go first stop, that would be Mimic. But if we want to keep heading forward to Salivana, that's Nocturnus.
Just
head out to
away from the
ocean.
We have
That's coin
everyone
flip.
set.
Coin flip it.
Everyone set. No, we're not coin flipping. Everyone set sail. with
Finley knocks
boat
Saldo
meeting.
out, and we tuck him in and give him a nice, get him some rest because man needs it.
We took him in with a little nightcap and a
And
teddy bear.
Saldo stutters. Finley's just like,
You would-
just head out to the ocean. There's a lot we need to talk about right now.
Fine. Start heading in the direction of Nocturnus, but stop at least a few miles away from the island. Of Nocturnus or from Shest? We just need to get away from here. You got it. Everybody, start doing this. Start doing things. You see, Weed is like, oh, what's going on? I found a cat.
Guys,
Nala was making a noise. Yeah?
I think I just had my first seizure.
I don't know
Oh.
if this is something you want to tell, or if you actually just want to like blah it and everything's good.
Here's all blood, all right, but I don't think everything's gonna be great.
I don't feel like we should blah this.
No. Here's what I'm going to. What I was going to blah was just the details of what happened, right? Like the wager. Like everyone's reactions, I'm sure still, but if someone's gonna make like an interjection, by all means. But Marifnal.
It's
Okay.
Marinful.
Very meaningful. Alrighty.
Nice
Let me
voice
sit up.
crack.
I gotta sit up. Alrighty.
Voice crack. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm taking a drink of water too. Let me just.
Oh, oh.
You okay, bud? Do you need help? Do you want us to say anything? We're like, everyone's
did-
kind of like starting to gather onto the top of the ship. Like, what's going on?
So you
And
just need to-
meanwhile, it's Arterock and I. Saldov's got like a wet towel around his neck. We're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
He's just facing away. He's like, you got this.
I have good news. Nobody bet the boat.
Hmm.
That's
That's incredible!
First and
We-
foremost, I'm so proud of you all. Nobody bet the boat.
It pans over to Stark, like kicking off a contract that says "boat" off the boat.
The boat. Here's the issue. Now, we all, as a crew, are here to travel across the sea over to Arcelavana. Now, none of us had any specific goals set out in mind besides making it across, besides a few interests along the way. However, there was an unforeseen development that occurred on the island of Grest?
Chest.
Chest, my bad. Why? That's
Chest.
so easy. That's so easy. Why didn't I remember that? The island of Chest.
Chest.
I said chest.
You said chest.
Chest. It's just like, is
SH.
this? Yeah. Chest.
You know what? I think
Is
it's
this an
I think
accent
it's-
thing? Is this like?
I think it's an accent thing. I think. I was like, "You're saying it wrong." You're like, "No, I'm not." Chest.
Chest.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. And from there, I start going into the details.
Okay.
We ran into an altercation with one of the pirate pillars. The head of the pirate pillar. And, well, we have a bit of a torrid history with him. Now,
He's my dad, but not my dad. I don't actually say
Finley,
that.
do you want to say?
No.
Finley, do you want to say?
I am not boogie wooging.
He might have been. Oh.
Finley in the corner, he's my not dad.
No, Finley does not say anything.
What if someone asks about the importance of the wager?
Well, they have to know about the
Then
wager.
we explain
Well,
the importance of the wager, and if it comes up, then it comes up.
I continue explaining. In order. Hold on, I need a drink of water. This isn't Saldo, this is me.
Like the way I see it, the crew is looking at this, looking at Saldo taking 10 minutes of prep time.
No,
like,
no, this is not
Yeah,
me taking
catching-
10 minutes. Saldo would have gone and explained this a lot like more succinctly. I'm simply I'm but a man.
Well, like he's standing on top of a
Sitting
barrel,
inside
like
a
looking at the
dwarf's
crew.
body.
Like he's standing on top of a barrel, looking at the crew, like acting like, all right, let me get this drink of water. And the crew's like,
Hold on.
hey, get on with it.
Where is it? There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think you're doing
In
great,
order to
Saldo.
ensure, thank you. In order to ensure
Oh, Saldo.
less issues on our path forward, we've taken a bit of a gamble here. In exchange for some
You would
very
see Spike deathly looking at you.
what? What, man? Sick of your negative Nancy attitude.
I'm sorry, what?
I say we're currently, as of now, the SS Full House is currently engaged in a race. Quite simple.
What kind of race?
We simply have to find a girl that, honestly, we were searching for already. This just puts a bit more importance on it. I put out. I'll let them know. They're gonna have to know eventually. I take out the wanted poster and I put out. This is Gabriel Brown, supposed daughter of Edgar Brown, Pirate Pillar. And from there I will explain what the not what is being gambled for yet, but what the terms of the agreement are.
You would
Locating her, keeping her in possession for a month.
You would see. First off, everyone would be silent. It would because you made a gamble at first, and everyone's like, "Did he bet the boat?" You definitely saw it. You definitely saw it in Spike's eyes. Like, if he gambled someone on this crew, I'm shooting him. Like he had hand on side ready.
Do you know what's actually kind of worse? You know what's actually kind of the worst? It's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there's currently 3 people up for.
Yeah. They would read this. They would read this, and you would see Spike. You gambled one of your own? As Adeline would put her hand on Spike's chest and say, "We agreed to it. All of us did. You let him gamble you."
It's not my place to say why they put themselves in this position. If you want to know what's so important that they were willing to put their lives on the line, you should ask them first. My motivations have been clear and set and unchanged.
Yeah. Saldo has been completely honest with us, so we fucking think.
Right? Okay.
We have
You
no
know what?
reason to lie to
Where
anyone.
is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Where's my punishment stick?
I don't have it prepared, but I could. Give me like a
Sure.
day. We'll have this chat again, and you'll understand. Whatever. It's
It's your magic. You don't want it.
yeah, he'd probably be like, "How do we know he casts Zone of Truth?"
Rah, yeehaw. Look. I'm sure Saldo did not want any of you to be put in it. Why? We were going to be put in it anyway. Ardreka sitting on the side of the boat. What's the point in doing all this when we're a crew in the first place? Isn't it kind of like our job to work around this?
I don't know. I just feel like you guys should be informed.
Informing us is a good idea, and I will say I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. You all put the life of a young girl as a gambling object.
The way I see it, and I'll admit, I've said it before, but I'll reiterate. I'm not walking away from that conversation glad of how things shook out. But I think of it this way. We bought ourselves, and that girl specifically, a chance to get away. As it stood now, Edgar Brown, Pirate Pillar, was already on the hunt for her. As it stands now, she has a way to get away from it all.
As much as we don't like it, some of us may not like it. Captain's orders, is it not? I would have wanted to save this little girl anyway. Yeah, same here. It definitely seems like mixed receptions, Captain. Stark walking over to you, leaning on your head. But we're in this anyway. Besides, what could go wrong? We aren't
Shut the hell up. What was he trying to say when he stopped talking?
He was like, it's not like we're facing anyone too terrible, right? And then he really looked at the list.
Miguel Ortega.
Man Ray.
We see in
You know what?
What's up?
You know what? Give me 1 second. He walks with the contract over to Owain. Hey, Owain, can you read this name? Zanja! Got him on board.
I am going
She lives! You would see. Oh,
Go on. No, go ahead.
everybody is kind of like speaking their own mind. The consensus is you made this gamble. Now we're a part of it. We're on this crew anyway. Nothing we can do. Let's find a little girl. Some people would be quiet. Mr. Rabbit would be pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
These two would be pretty quiet. Wheat would be quiet.
But that's not.
Well, she's always. Yeah.
Okay. I sense
Probably
some reticence.
Marigold. Not Marigold. Fuck. Every blonde woman. Lucy.
Say it all the time. It fucks me up.
I sense. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna step forward with one more thing. I understand the reticence here and the apprehension. But I just want each and every one of you to know. This wasn't some flippant or unimportant game of chance that we're playing. I'm not gambling. We're not gambling on the life of some girl. We're gambling with us. We're putting our skills and our character on the line here. We've seen it before, and I'm sure that even if this hadn't happened, we would have gone out of our way in order to save her. This, and I hold up the contract, is using the rules that they play by to our advantage.
Everyone just kind of looks at one another. So,
And there's one... Go on.
so then, Captain, what's the plan? We just gonna drop everything and try to find this little girl?
I'll tell
Little
you.
girl that we don't know where the fuck she is.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is, we kind of just have to. I don't know if it's more dropping everything and finding her, or just still kind of
Making our
going
way.
around and looking for her as well.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Pinky. And what I'm going to do is I take out, because there's one thing, if there's one thing that we're good at being, it's underestimated. And I take out all the way back from when we raided the Heart Empire's treasury, the magic compass that we have. Pointing that you can use. What I have written here, magical compass that you can use once to point to someone whose name you know, but once it's calibrated for them, it cannot be recalibrated.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find her with this.
What's that?
I explain what it is to them.
You would see Adeline look at you and go, "Isn't that like a royal artifact?"
Doesn't it also
Well-
need like technical name?
Sorry, Alan looked at me like, that's a royal artifact from the treasure.
That's from the Heart Empire. That was on display in their treasure. How did you get? You raided this vault, didn't you?
I saw that on during a tour guide. Like I went
saw
on
it
a
on
tour and
tour.
saw it.
That's like us being like, don't worry, guys. I know exactly how to get there. I have to
Pulls out
pull
the
out the
Declaration
Mona
of
Lisa, the
Independence.
Mona Lisa or something. Yeah.
Yeah, how did you get that? Like I took a picture with that. Look, see, I have a selfie.
I turn to, I turn back to everyone and I say, have we not always been underestimated? Yes, this is from the Heart Empire. It is a royal artifact that we took during the war. And now, I think would be the perfect time to use it.
That's making. Annabelle would mention, that's making a large gamble. We could use that for anything. And you want to. Granted, this is quite a big conquest, but it's a one-time use. Is this the one you want to make it count with? People would probably kill or fight in wars for something like that.
It's very true. There is There's many people that this could be used on. How's about this? We'll save it for a day. And I'll see what work I can do in trying to locate Gabriel Brown myself. Because if I'm not mistaken, I need a day to bring out scrying. But we do have enough money in order to scry.
I'll help you, Salto.
Thank you.
I'm a big part of this deal because, like, you know, a big thing connected to me right now is you're the strongest of our team. So I'll help out in whatever way I can. I don't know if I have, like, spells good for any of that. I don't think so. But
You have up to level 3, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I might, like, just go over some with you if any help. But
Yeah.
you know, Finley
Well-
can also research.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
if we're going to be doing that, and we want to keep heading forward to Salivana, Nocturnus is going to be taking us quite some time. We have a good trek there. But we could always go to a different island. Mimic is closest by, but that's going to take us south. Thanesk is even further away, about the same distance as Nocturnus, which is southwest. We still have Hell's Scratch. Actually, before we start talking about our next destination, I should probably tell you what I gathered.
Yes, please.
Well, first off, thank you, Adeline. Lovely as always. Don't touch me. Ooh, harsh, as always. Anyway, I got all the information I think you would like to know. You see, as he presents all the wanted posters with information he's wrote down.
Hooray.
I couldn't get anything on specifically some of their personal stuff, except for maybe Cosmo. Cosmo's kind of a dimwit, as it seems. But I got basically almost all their locations.
Great.
Shall I start?
Where's Felix Gadsby?
He's right over there.
And points back.
But speaking
Alright.
of Felix Gatsby, as it seems, Tony Bax, the gambler, worth 1,000 gold pieces, seems to be under his gang now. So, if we were to bring down Gatsby at all, we could make 11,000 gold pieces.
Interesting.
But, going on forward, from the top of the list, Cosmo, seems that a lot of people seem to know where he's at exactly. He's not exactly much of a shy person when bragging. Seems he's located in Ocean Caves near the north. North of the Breezing Mountains, I should add, so we would need to go back.
Interesting.
Napoleon von Whistleship, also somebody who's not very shy, but he's not like he's bragging. Seems he has a location in the southwest, not too far from here. A place called Ship Graveyard. Seems that I wasn't wrong, but seems I got an exact location because looks like a lot of sailors and merchants have made a pact to share information so they don't all get sunk.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new up-and-coming bounty poster, if anyone wants to know about that.
What's that one?
We have Violet Starstorm, the Diving Queen, wanted for 2,600 gold pieces. Seems to be seems to be most spotted near the north of Salivana.
Interesting.
You see Lucy would pop up. Starstorm. Don't we know a last name like that?
Huh. It does ring a bell.
Our Dreco would say, isn't that blonde kid from that new guild hall in that small town?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet boy.
Xenos Starstorm.
Xeno Starstorm.
And this guy?
Oh, do you guys want to see a picture of Violet Starstorm?
Yes, I would like to see a picture of Violet Starstorm.
And Xeno, side by side.
Violet Starstorm.
I don't see the family resemblance.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
tall, blonde, tan man. And what seems to be this gnome-sized Triton woman.
Ooh.
This could be useful in many ways.
Next up, Helvetica and Spirit, the witch hunters, seem to be spotted most south of Salivana, but they seem to be well traveled in that area.
All right.
Probably the most unsettling one, the fox, known as the Death Novelist. Seems he likes to travel around looking for a way to die. And from the stories I heard of people who got stranded in Shest because of him, he seems to appear from a tag that allows you to summon him sometimes, and he'll kill everybody that he is near. After they die, he seems to keep some kind of energy from their bodies in a book. Hence the name Death Novelist.
Oh, I thought since he was trying to die, he was writing about the experiences that didn't kill him.
I thought he was trying to go around and see who was like the strongest and who could kill him, but he just kept killing people. But damn.
Interesting.
Alright.
He seems to honestly be the most dangerous out of the people I've been researching.
Wow.
But it seems that we can't exactly prepare for him unless we find one of these tags of his.
As in, like, don't we need a tag to protect ourselves from him, or it's not even like a thing that challenges
apparently
find a tag?
Apparently, he leaves tags around, and when you have a tag, you can summon him to you.
That's what it is. Okay, I see. Cool.
Next up,
maybe not use a tag.
Apathy, the eighth deadly sin.
No.
Apparently, he rules over an island right outside of Hell Scratch, known as Syndom. Wait, there's an island outside of that thing? There didn't used to be.
I'll just live a side-eye to everyone.
From my knowledge, it popped up in the last 3 years. And it's full of devils, apparently. This guy is no joke. He's basically the king of an entire kingdom of devils that don't want to stay in the hells.
Interesting.
We already know Felix. Zivmesh. No known location.
Just no.
No.
Just
Unfortunately, I don't have anything on Gabriel Brown. Seems like nobody there even knew a girl like that existed. And anyone I did try asking around, when I mentioned the Brown name, they completely ignored me.
Well, we can clearly see why. I mean, even the pirate pillar himself was having a hard enough time tracking her down.
Which makes me think... You spoke about scrying on her. Why hasn't anyone else just tried that?
The only conclusion I can think of is that either they lack someone with the magical ability to, which seems unlikely, or for some reason it doesn't work with her.
Something interesting to think about. Let's see. Got some information on a group called the North Tribe Pirates. Seem to be located in the north of Salivana, around the sunken coasts. Nocturnal pirates, I think we all kind of guessed this, seem to operate completely on the Isle of Night, or Nocturnus.
Yeah, close.
The Destiny Pirates seem to be making a name for themselves.
Hey.
Apparently they were last seen around the Sky's Eye, but they seem to have disappeared from there. Which hopefully they did not get sucked into the ethereal plane. Or the astral plane, I should say.
Oh no. I hope not.
And as for the planar pirates, well, looks like their bounty just went up. They destroyed an entire island. They are now worth 20,000 gold.
That damn beetle. I bet it was that bug.
That bug?
Yeah.
So, if we manage to take down those individuals, payday. But seems like they're strong enough to completely take over an island.
Yeah. Here's a question that's probably more logistic. Were we to pursue someone, capture them, take them somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do we take them to? And who pays us?
These posters are magical.
Necro Enterprise, right?
Yes, sort of Necro Enterprise. You can bring him to Port Scabbard. You can literally turn a pirate into the pirate island. Or bring them into what is known as wanted bases. You guys never really did wanted posters like this.
Yeah.
With piracy. Wanted bases are basically you know what? Stark would tell you. Wanted bases usually are on bigger islands or continents, to my knowledge. They are located at least in every city. But to my knowledge, you can only find a wanted building when you have a completed wanted poster.
Okay.
And if the person escapes for some reason, it's a lot of magic.
That's fair enough.
But with my know-how, I should be able to find it just fine if we were to capture any of these people.
and it's only the person on. Like, I know we're not getting like the entire crew of the planar pirates, but just simply Jotnar Pale Axe is enough for that.
With crews, it's usually an additional add up if you grab all of them. Say, it's not just the captain that's worth that amount; it's the entire crew.
I see. Alrighty.
But I manage if you captured only the captain, you would get most of the payout. Freebird pirates have not really done much. And seems about it. So if we want to go after any of that, unless we just want to abandon all money and just head right for this little girl.
We're currently on course towards
Nocturnus.
Let's keep heading there, and we'll spend the next day figuring out what the course of action is, whether we change course or.
All right. Adeline would tell you that. Remember, Nocturnus is the last major island before we reach Salivana.
Yeah. Where's the? Do we know where the pirate isle is currently? The pirate pillar island.
Port Scabbard.
Yeah, Port Scabbard. It's really hard to imagine a port that's moving.
It's a sailing island, so you do not.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right, then.
Someone else has anything? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go into GPS mode.
GPS. Right, pull up Google Maps.
Google.
Key, get back in your room.
Yeah, Key, get back there.
Key, I know we haven't heard you in months, but
he'll find Gabriel for us.
Wow.
Where's Saldo? Throws up on the map.
Saldo's not on the map. Oh, there he is. He's in a room.
I was in the office.
Okay. Well, the crew. You guys are sailing to Nocturnus. Getting to Nocturnus is going to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You guys have that amount of time to change course, decide when. You can go day by day. It's fully your choice. Just let me know.
Yes. All right. I suppose the first order of business is, first of all, trying to scry on her to figure out where she is. In doing this, I would like Finley's assistance. Lapis, Adeline, Stark. Anyone else know any islands out around here?
One more time.
I'm going to try and scry. If it's successful, I'm basically going to try and describe what the island and the surrounding area looks like, right? So okay. I want to gather everyone who is as knowledgeable about the islands as possible. To be like that, hey, that terrain sounds like something that would be over here, right?
You don't really have anybody with extensive island knowledge besides navigation and anything that Adeline's read from a book.
Yeah.
You could ask Lapis, but Lapis would say that she hasn't sailed for I guess at this point 70 years.
Yeah, true.
So things could be very different.
True. It's still just I'm gonna try this, and it's open forum for anyone who might recognize any. I've got divination. Hold on, I'm going through all my spells here. I'll get rid of banishment for the time being. Because if we're sleeping, we're EP sleeping. Shifting my spells around. Divination. Energy, curse, sending. You know what? Actually, hold on. I have one Hail Mary, one final pass besides like, okay, the Hail Mary is using the compass, right? But that's something that we could use on like Loki or something too, right? So we don't want to necessarily use that right away, but I have that's Plan Z. Plan Z can't possibly fail.
Plan Z.
It's lemon scented. I have a Plan Y though. But
Why?
for that, no, that's ceremony. That's only if someone wants to get married.
No, that's Plan S for ceremony.
That's Brendan. Brendan, tell me
Joke.
you're kidding.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Brendan.
I promise it's a joke.
EYE.
That spells you.
Okay. I'm also gonna put augury here. Okay. Okie dokie. Brendan, I would like to cast Scrying.
Okay.
Let me just make sure. Let me put up Wikidot. Make sure I'm getting the stuff here. I would like to put Scrying on, as we have currently identified, Gabriel Brown, to see what exactly the deal is as to why this hasn't worked before. Or why they wouldn't have just simply have done this before. Actually, you know what? You know what, Brendan? You know what? I'll do something beforehand. I plan to cast divination on her, right? But before I do, I've set up the divination circle. I've set everything up. Not divination, scrying. I've set up the scrying circle. I've set everything up. But right before, I'm going to cast augury.
What dat? Oh,
I put it in chat.
Oh, we will.
We will. We will.
We will.
Specific action I plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Yep. What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast scrying on the girl. So I cast augury beforehand as a ritual to see if that's a good thing, a good idea, or a bad idea. Does that make sense? It's Weewo?
It's Weewo.
Damn it. Well, now I gotta cast scrying on her. Alright, fine. Okay. Second hit. Okay. It is a Gabriel Brown. Should this work, Gabriel Brown has to make an 18 wisdom mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Wiz? Hold on. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw. We currently have second-hand knowledge of her. We've only heard of her, right? Our connection to her. We have a likeness, right? Because it's that we have the picture of her. So that is -2. which means that whatever, because it's secondhand knowledge, she gets a +5 to the save. Because we have a picture of her, she has a -2 to the save, which means that she gets a +3 on top of whatever she would normally already get. As well as for the focus, we currently have 1,000 gold pieces and some change as part of the boat money. It's 1,012. That's part of the boat money, so I'm using that as the material component, right? And it does not disappear. It does not disappear when we use it.
I'm reading.
I know. I'm saying that for myself as well.
All right. She like rolled a 2. So when you were explaining all that, I was like, I'll just wait.
Okay, never mind.
You flash in, and you see in a completely different environment than she was before, probably a day ago.
Interesting.
She is in a hillside area with like all of these little plants blowing past her as she walks over a hill, and you see over the hillside, just in the distance, like more hills for one, but you can see very far past the distance is a giant, and I mean giant, bigger than Yggdrasil mountain. A mountain that reaches probably 3 times the size of Yggdrasil mountain.
Good lord.
Reaches into the clouds, and in another direction you see a part of this land that is completely arisen in just black inky darkness, just really far into it. You can see the smog dripping off from the distance.
Mm-hmm.
As well as what looks like these giant pillars in the middle of this massive like ocean or lake. As you see, she stands there holding this bag. You see her stop and look directly at you.
Can I use my powers as a brown to like communicate with her?
You are not seeing this. Saldo is.
Yeah, and you're not a brown technically.
I know.
Also, what the fuck?
Shut up.
She looks directly at you, like into your eyes.
Sorry, what pronoun did you use?
She looks directly at you.
Okay, my bad. No, it sounded like you said he for a second, and so I was like, wait a minute. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure, like, I wasn't doing one of those things where it's like, wait, you never said this town had a bartender. Like, I'm trying to make sure you didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing that. Okay. Okay, what does she do when she looks directly at the...
She looks directly at you in the eyes, your face. As she just starts going... Go away! As you feel your consciousness rip back into your body. Your spell was not even close to ending. You guys see as Saldo's magic almost explodes and disappears into his hand.
Saldo!
Jeez Louise. I think I see why they've been having such a problem trying to find her. Do any of you know a mountain taller than Yggdrasil Mountain at a black spire?
Pinky's head would immediately perk up, as well as Lapis. Stelevana.
So she's not even on the water anymore. She's mainland.
That mountain is where I'm from. That's Mount Odin. Or the Odin Mountains.
Huh.
That mountain makes up a majority of the territory I'm from.
Did I see anything on her person? She had a bag, but
She had a bag. She was wearing the same clothes she is in her poster.
Uh-huh. I wanted to see if she had anything like...
She reached her hand out for you to go away. You just saw a bright light as you flashed back.
Okay.
So you got flashbang?
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I imagine I say, it wouldn't be impossible for them to do this, but I think there's one trick up our sleeve that neither of the other two can use. And that is kindness. Brendan, I'm going to cast a sending spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a sending spell to her.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid. Pretty much. That's what I'm going to do. 25 words. Give me a minute, guys.
Be not afraid. Ooga booga. Ooga.
Okay. You guys... Alright, go fish or something. I'm... Saldus sort of like crosses his arms and he says, if we use the tools we can, I think it won't even be a matter of having to catch her. I say if we're honest, we can try to help her. Genuinely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a sending spell. In a minute, I'm trying to think of... Saldo just sort of like crosses his arms and is meditating, trying to think of what to say. I'm doing it fast though, because she was like, go away. The Odin Mountains, they said?
Yeah.
Stelevana, Odin Mountains. What about that? I turn and I say, what about the Dark Spire?
No man's land. It's not just a dark spire. It's an entire part of the continent. Are you familiar with No Man's Land, Pinky? I should be. I was born there. You're from Stelevana. Did I ever say I wasn't?
Interesting. I don't know Pinky was...
You never asked.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's 20. I need 5 more words.
Finley's getting a bathroom.
Finley's getting a bathroom. No, that's only 4.
Finley says hi.
No, that's only 3. She doesn't know who Finley says.
Finley Brown says hi.
Oh, that's worse. Are you kidding me?
Oh, wait, no. Finley Black says hi.
Edgar
Yeah,
Brown says hello.
Hello.
That's the inverse of Finley says hi. Edgar Brown says hello.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is he, the Godfather?
Edgar Brown. Well.
Well, yeah.
Well.
Mm-hmm. Shut up.
Shut up.
And was there anything on there? Here's what I'm trying to find, right? I wanted to approach her
with malicious
empathetically. That's
malicious
the opposite
intent
of what I just said. That is
the opposite.
I'm not Reed Richards here. No, of course we don't value you at all. See, a woman's place. See,
oh,
oh my God!
Don't blame me. Blame Reed Richards.
When did he say that?
Is that like your thing?
Is that like your thing?
When I was scrying, I want to see if there was any sort of maybe like a name on the bag or I'm fine. Fine, Finley. I wanted to see if there was like either a name on the bag or if she was carrying something like not like a doll, but something like that, right? I just want to appeal empathetically to her, or if it looked like she hadn't eaten in a while, some information that I could have gleaned.
She had moldy food when she was running through that forest.
Perfect. Okay.
That sounded so evil. Like back to Saul's malicious intent. Hey, you want to come with me with us?
5 words left.
Yeah.
We have food. Love you. Just random.
Yeah, I love you.
We have candy.
Says hi. Please put it.
1 word left. No. It's only 1 word left.
Die.
No. That's 2 words. That's 2 words over. Okay.
It's just a really long
Got it.
So we have a contract in your name.
No, I don't. Okay, format, tools, word count. Cool. That's 25 on the dot. Out of 3,856 words in my document. All right, I'm ready. I'm going to cast Sending. That is 1, 2, Gabriel Brown, which we know is her because we scryed. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. I'm Saldo Lifecleaver. You ran away from home. I want to help you. Moldy food isn't healthy. Moldy food isn't that healthy. And that's 25 words exactly.
can't help me. You shouldn't even be around me. I deserve to die alone. And that's all you get.
Mm.
I'm gonna send another sending back.
Don't do that.
No.
wait.
No.
Yeah,
Brendan said, I didn't
No.
prepare for that.
I'm gonna cast another sending back. I'm gonna say, I'm not even gonna write anything this time. I'm gonna say, that's not true. I'm sure you're... That's not true. Hold on. Let me actually keep track here. That's not true. I'm sure you're a lovely girl. You can trust us. We want to help.
Make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Damn.
I would have given you advantage if Finley said hi. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Disadvantage. Persuasion check. But Finley can still help me though, right?
No, you're the only one speaking.
Damn. Not even tools of the mind.
Nope, not on this one. This was just to get her to answer you.
Damn it.
You seem very nice, Mr. Saldo. But I don't want anyone to be hurt anymore. Please leave me alone.
Hurt by who? Me saw who?
Me saw who? Me saw who?
Me saw who? And that guy enter with someone, and now that guy's dead.
Love that clip.
She doesn't. Okay. Well, first of all, here's my biggest question: is she even a she? Because I just want to make sure Edgar Brown has this sick thing about misgendering. So I'm just making. Let's use gender neutral pronouns going forward.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Might be risky mentioning Edgar Brown right now because I don't want to.
You also
Like
don't know
on
if
one
she's
hand,
even actually connected with him.
well, I mean, don't we? Right, there was clearly some connection between Edgar Brown, the way he got all like itchy when I pulled out the poster, right?
He got annoyed
Back in
by you.
What's up?
He's annoyed by you.
Well, I was thinking back, like there's clearly some connection between them, right? If not just by the last name.
He's also searching for her very intently, so there's a possibility that there's a strong possibility. There's been no absolute confirmation though.
Yeah, but he in some way he is connected to her. They are connected through some means. What those are, we don't know. But at the same time, the last thing she told me was, "I don't want anyone to help. I seem really nice."
What was that in the background?
Someone's hand got hurt. Please leave me alone, is what she says.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. I'm going to leave it there for now. And then I'm going to say, I get up and I say, she's over in Selavana. I know at least roughly where she is currently, but we should chart a course there post haste. What bounties, or is there anything? The thing closest to Selavana on the way for the bounties are the Nocturnal Pirates Owlet.
Yep.
Is that right?
You would be heading directly for where their island is.
Because that's the last stop on the way over.
Mm-hmm. You could completely turn north and go to Sindon. Try to deal with the eighth deadly sin. You could take a diagonal, go and try and deal with the Baron, but you don't know if the Baron's even going to be there.
Yeah. So imagine we're heading off in this direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're heading on in this direction.
Heard.
You're saying we could go north. You
Yep.
deal with
The eighth sin.
eighth sin, but heading off in
Southwest.
this direction, southwest.
That's not southwest. That's northwest.
Damn right. Nah. Okay. But that's like all the way. Oh, wait. That's definitely like that's the opposite direction. Huh.
No. You're going west right now. Let me give you an arrow. You're going this way. Southwest in his direction would be this way.
Oh, east. Never eat soggy waffles. My bad.
You're talking about east. North.
Yeah, I was thinking
Southwest this way. Directly forward is with Nocturnus. If you really want to, go back to get Cosmo. Looking at all the wanted posters and locations of where you are exactly. There's two that are more like in line with Selavana that you would have to get off that continent to get a springboard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Okay. So I'm thinking we should. Baron of Dismantlement. We should. This is also open forum for you guys. What do you guys think about us just heading over to Nocturnal Pirates and potentially dealing with Mama Bird on the way there? We'll see how that works out, and then just heading out to what's it called? Selavana as quickly as possible, or slighter detour. We see what the deal is with the Baron of Dismantlement, especially after he hurt Boy, and the fact that we know he's just a massive dingbat, and then we head over to Selavana. Smaller detour. It's not as fast. It's a small detour, but it offers us more money if we can deal with the guy.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You want to head for the Baron Dismantlement?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Okay.
Why do you say it like that?
Nope. Okay.
Brendan.
I'm just getting ready.
Oh.
Getting ready for what?
Your downfall. You guys
Your doom.
start steering your course. You guys are going to have Nothing's really going to happen for a few days. Is there anything you try to do?
Darn tootin'. There's darn
I
tootin'.
try to-
I will.
I try to see if I can fish anything special.
All right. Saldo.
Yeah.
Stark would come up to you at some point.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
What does he say?
He would walk up to you and be like, "Hey, so I've been kind of really catching on to what's going on with this Edgar fellow and Finley.
What about that?
Subtlety is not exactly the strong suit of this crew. And I didn't want to bring this up just in case more issues are brought up, but since we're going after Mr. Dismantlement, I should probably bring something up.
That being?
He's a really big douchebag, and I think he's an equally worse father. He would tell you. Nah, I guess I could just say it. He would say, "Caught the man in broad daylight, smashed the face of his own daughter."
Well, it wasn't lost on me when we saw her and him interacting.
It was because she said that he went too far with Owain. And you know what he had to respond to it?
What was that?
"Stop crying, I'll fix you later."
Stark,
Yes, Captain?
if you've come here to steal my resolve, I should tell you it's thoroughly steeled.
Well, steal your resolve may I have, but something else I learned about this Tiny. I hear she's mostly the reason that they even have ships in the first place. Apparently, she's an expertise in carpentry.
Is that so?
I just figured that you wanted to know everything I got, of course, and I don't feel like drudging this up in front of people that might have a bit of a reaction to it. Of course, you can let them know if you wish, but I don't feel like trauma and bad memories should be a motivator.
I understand. Well, so you can give Finley some credit.
If anything, it'll motivate them to help more.
Correction, it's not a good motivator.
I know, I'm not saying it's
not
a
a
good
healthy
motivator, but
That's what I say to Stark is I say I appreciate the clandestineness, although you should give Finley a bit more credit.
Should I tell them?
No, it's okay. I'll tell him.
Will you?
That's cool.
Will you? Will you?
Are you sure?
Will you tell me?
Do you?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? But yeah, you see as Stark tips his hat and says, "Well then, Captain, let's see what we can do." That is probably about everything. Everybody is gearing up for fight time.
Brendan.
Yeah, what's up?
I have more things to do now.
Oh, you don't say!
Yeah. Here's what I do. Every day, I'll tell you this. Every day I wake up and I step outside. I take a deep breath and I cast sending. And I feeling a little peculiar. Here's what I do. Every day, I'm going to cast a sending spell. I will take this off of here, so I've only got 2 prepared. Damn it, losing another spell slot. Here's what I do. Every morning, I will cast a sending to Gabriel Brown.
I thought you would say Edgar Brown, just like neener, neener, neener.
That's such a dick move. Brendan, I wake up and I cast
Sleeping?
2 sending. Brendan, I wake up and I cast 2 sending spells. No, it's even better. Brendan, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I cast a sending spell and I go, ah! Edgar Brown.
That's so funny.
No. But in all honesty, moving forward, I cast Descending to Gabriel Brown. It's sort of like, good morning. Check again. Hoping that they're doing well. And that we're here to help.
It would start with a leave me alone. And then eventually she would just stop responding.
She's leaving me on read.
Leaving me unheard.
Answer me.
As that sort of thing happens, what I would do is I would transition from like merely asking, being like, I hope you're doing well, I hope you're keeping safe, being like, saying things like I saw the biggest fish the other day. It would be like casual, like conversation, right? Just the sort of thing that you do if you were stuck out with somebody and they weren't talking. Being like, oh, did you see that? That was crazy. That sort of stuff, right? I'm trying to build a rapport here.
I have a word that I want to say, but I don't know if I should say it on stream.
Text it to me.
I'll just say it in chat.
That is not.
Yeah, no, I know it's not what's happening, but I was just kind of like, Saldo was a bad person.
What'd you say?
I said if Saldo was a bad person, that's what
Saldo was a bad person.
I
That's
thought you
not
said Saldo's
bad
a
ending.
bad person, and I was like, wow.
that's what I thought I heard. But in any case, no. You know what I'm trying to do.
I know what you're doing. You're being a good lad.
Good Samaritan.
Lad. But yeah, heading over to I would relay the information that Stark gave to the Aces, saying, this is what I heard, this is what like I encountered, and especially back when we saw what he did to Owain, it felt very clear that.
Remember, she's made out of porcelain as well.
Yeah. It felt very clear that though this man is very strong, it seems as though his biggest weakness is the relationship he has with other people. And I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, that could be the chink in his armor.
How do you all react to what Saldo tells you?
Violence. But there's a burning hot determination to it. I look at Saldo with a look that says, thanks, man.
You guys
What?
draw closer.
I think
What?
Ardorak's
Huh?
dead. Oh, there he is.
You guys begin to draw closer. Ardorak, I'll tell you right now, in the sea that you're in right now, you wouldn't really catch anything like unique. You're just catching fish.
Catch a piece of trash.
But you would see Owain is kind of looking over the side of the boat. After you guys have realized you're going to go to fight the Baron, Owain just kind of looks at his hands leaning over the boat. He doesn't have weapons anymore. His weapons were completely shattered.
Oh, that's right.
Can we make something for him?
I
look at him.
Message I would put out. To go on.
Yeah, it's nothing much. I just look at him and like look at him looking at his hands, and I say, "We'll get you an upgrade."
Wayne have no weapons anymore for a fight.
You can always get a new one.
Here's
Wayne did not want new one.
Because it's very pertinent to what's at hand. I can make the assumption that after seeing what the fight was, and he said it himself. If anyone's going to fight the Baron, they're going to need magical weapons, right?
Don't run into the Baron without any magic. Yes,
pretty much. I'm gonna take this. I'll do this. Huzzah, huzzah.
I give him spiritual weapon.
I'll even do that. Give him a spiritual weapon. I could very well. I take scrying out. I put this here. Get rid of divination. You know what? I will get rid of guardian of faith. I'll put this here. I'm putting my spells in order, but I will say I can make one person's weapons magical. But as it stands now, Ardarok has magic, right?
He has a magic
His
weapon,
axe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Finley is Finley's mace is basically a flame mace, so that's also a magical weapon, right?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I don't think you heard me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just you can continue the conversation with Owain. I'm pooling our resources right now.
I feel, unless anything else comes of it, Owain is just kind of like, I have no weapons. I fight with my fists.
There you go.
All right. Well, as you guys are sailing,
Mm-hmm.
you would hear Lapis say, "Hey, I think we're here." As you would look out into the distance, as you see this.
Oh, great. Oh dear.
What the fuck, dude?
What the
You
hell?
see a giant base made of destroyed galleons, as well as four ships, probably a little smaller than yours, or just as big as yours, sailing around it.
Yeah.
As this tower of ships and skulls is much bigger than your ship. You're probably as big as the docks here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
As you guys sail up, you just hear, "Ooh, ooh."
This is the ship that we saw at the.
The ship that you saw at the thing is not here. But you hear on what is basically a loudspeaker, "Those who step to the Baron's domain shall get dismantled!" And next session, we will see if you get dismantled. That is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, great.
Yay! We are going to die!
Time for your first ship battle!
I'm so excited.
Ship
and I'm
battle!
so distraught that it has to wait 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Nick, come on! It's not even April Fool's yet. Why have to play this joke on us?
I'm good for
What's
another.
really funny?
I'm good
This
for another 30
ending
minutes.
had two different. This session had two different endings depending on where you went.
I'm good for another.
Oh yeah?
There's no
for
way
another 30
we can.
minutes.
We'd start a battle in 30 minutes.
No, we're not. Wait, I'm telling you right now, this battle's
Not
going
enough.
to take a whole session probably.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Whack.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's so cool.
Okay. Okay. You know what? We're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. It's great.
It's in the thick of it.
We spoke. We've got everything going on. We spoke with. We know where she is. We're holding on to the compass because it's very important. So we're not going to use it, but we're on the way. Okay, it'll be great. It'll be great. God.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Guys, we got this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Brennan.
What?
Brennan.
What?
I'll cry.
Do it.
Oh.
Oh. You guys hear that? I wasn't the freak. But yeah, next time we will cause problems.
Oh yeah, we will.
Good night,
That's what
stream.
we're good at. Good night, stream.
Good night, stream.